today it's a very important lesson for all of us because business today, ladies and gentlemen, cannot be successful without technology. Business requires technology. And what does technology do for business? Businesses today are facing challenges, and these challenges became a reality. Again, Mr. Sean Patrick, as I advised at the beginning of the session, providing you put a message in the chat box advising your full name, where you're working, what time you finish work, only once that message reaches the chat box, you are allowed to switch off your camera. However, should I call on you during the session, you must be able to show me that you're at work. Thank you, sir. All right. I hope everybody heard that so I don't get interrupted again. Thank you, guys. So, as I said, technology today has become very important to all in the business. Whether you're in business on your own, whether you're in business, whether you're in business, just one moment, please. Okay, whether you're in business on your own, whether you're in business with a partner, whether you have an online business, whether you have a physical business. COVID-19 brought alarms to the world because when COVID-19 struck, anybody who did not have e-business, anybody did not use technology and social media, their businesses collapsed. If they didn't have it, they had to get it built to survive 2 years of COVID-19 shutdowns. So people have realized that the digital age now is more important than ever. Okay, so let's go on and keep talking about this. Okay, so let's look at the digital age and the challenges that businesses are facing in today's world. Let's look at Uber. Everybody knows Uber, food delivery platform. They also have transport services where you can book cars like Grab. Okay, so Uber has certain issues in the digital age. Regulatory hurdles, which mean government regulation in a gray area, because they're challenging the standard taxi business in countries around the world. And they're currently being sued in countries like the United Kingdom, Germany, and India. And they were sued a few years ago in Australia, but that was resolved. They also have problems with classifying drivers. Uber's business model relies on classifying drivers as independent contractors, but the courts in the United Kingdom and other countries have ruled that drivers should be treated as employees entitled to benefits such as minimum wage, pension, superannuation, and other benefits. The other issue is safety and security for their drivers. So Uber has problems, and all of these are regulatory problems. And they are not only problems in their day-to-day business, but they're facing these problems in today being a digital age because they need to be able to provide this to their drivers. They need government regulatory authorities to allow them to continue. They are an online platform. Okay. Could you change to the next slide, please, Anu? Okay, so the other challenges that Uber faces are competition and market saturation. What do we mean by that? Uber faces intense competition from people all over the world. And when they face competition from people like Grab, Gojek, other ride-hailing services in Europe like Lyft, and other local players, all these new players are coming up with much better technology than Uber. Their booking technology is faster. Their ability to talk to their driver and find their driver on a Google map and his exact location is becoming more exact and pinpoint perfect. So before with Google Map and some technologies, you used to be showing your drivers 2 minutes away or 3 minutes away, but that was estimated. Now, with advances in technology, they're able to pinpoint exact location of the driver and give you an exact waiting time. Technological disruption. Uber's autonomous vehicle project has faced setbacks, including regulatory issues and accidents. What do we mean by autonomous? That means there's no driver in it. It's self-driven, it's automatic. The other one is public perception and reputation. Uber's aggressive expansion tactics and handling of controversies have damaged its reputation. It was sued in India. It was sued in the UK. They had legal challenges in Australia and other parts of Europe. This has hurt their reputation. Now, why have they faced these challenges? Is because their business is an online business and it's never been tapped before. They are trying to change the world's standard taxi model. Okay, let's go on. Let's go on. Okay, so I want to leave you with this first thought before I talk to you. There is 6 levels of digital competition in today's world, my dear students. There is moats and structural advantages, and there is operating performance. Okay, the operating performance refers to smarter, faster, and better performance. They require tactics. They require the business to implement digital operating basics and then go on a digital marathon to make sure that everybody who works for them become digital superpowers. Because if they don't do that, their business will fail to meet that of its competitors. Now, the barriers they may face may be getting the right software and having software that meets their business requirements. Otherwise, they have to develop it. They need to meet up and have a competitive advantage. And with many businesses, having a digital line, a digital business, an online business gives you competitive advantage, not by just having it, by having one that's consumer friendly. The whole idea of facing digital barriers and overcoming them is to have what we call a competitive fortress. A competitive fortress, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a competitive edge. Okay, so let's stop sharing the screen and let's talk about this. Could you all see my slides? Mara, could you see my slides? Okay, good. So everybody saw my slides. What do we mean by a competitive edge? Who can tell me? Come on, put up your hand. Miss Anu knows, but I want everybody else to tell me. Mr. Edison, what is a competitive edge, sir? Can you open your microphone? Tell me, what does it mean to have a competitive edge? Hi, Edison, go ahead.
Yes, sir. For
Speak
me,
up.
yes, sir. For me, sir, is a competitive age is a matter of knowing our previous experiences.
You're on the right track, but not exactly right. But let me add to that. Competitive advantage, ladies and gentlemen, is being able to offer the consumer 5 elements which the consumer wants. One, be able to meet the consumer's buying habits by being customer centric, understanding and putting yourself in that customer's shoes, by being product centric and delivering a product that meets his expectations so far as innovation and quality, by able to meet the customer's spending power or what they have to spend on things other than food, rent, and emergencies. What is their spending power? How much do they have to spend on your product or service? You need to understand what level of service they expect. Do they expect to be able to buy online? Do they require delivery in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 15, or 20 days? Do they require to go to a shop before they buy from you? All of these things you need to understand before you can say that you have a competitive advantage. Once you have all these ingredients, you need to make sure that these ingredients are better than what your industry competitor has. That's when you have a competitive advantage. So by having digital technology or a digitally model of business, a digital model of business, a model of business that runs both by digital means online on the World Wide Web and is driven by digital elements, digital customer service technology, digital warehousing technology, digital procurement technology. By digitizing the business and putting the right softwares and mechanisms in place, that will make your business more efficient, reduce your cost, enable you to sell to your consumer at a lower price, providing a competitive advantage to your customers. Okay, does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Go ahead. Okay, those of you who've sent messages in the group that you're at work, you may switch off your camera. However, should I call on you and you don't answer, you will automatically be marked as absent. Okay? If you've sent me a message, you may switch off your camera. However, should I call on you and no answer, you'll immediately be marked absent. Okay, thank you, Salvacion. Okay, so does everybody here understand what the word competitive advantage means now? Yes or no? Do you understand it now, Edison? Edison? Are you there, Mr. Edison? Thank you, sir. You need to focus on my lesson, Edison. Please don't talk on the phone or have conversations as a respect to me as a professor. Listen to what I have to say, please. Thank you. All right? Okay, so remember, guys, for a business to survive in today's 20th century world, you need to have a competitive advantage, as Edison would agree. Look at McDonald's. McDonald's used to sell hamburgers. You used to walk into a store. The girl used to say, "Good morning. Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order, please?" Okay. I'm sorry, Maritez, you should have gone to the gym before your class. If you're at work, you can switch off your camera. If you're at the gym exercising, I switch you delay your exercise and attend the lesson and have your camera on. Only if you're at work are you allowed to switch off your camera. Thank you. All right. So remember, guys, McDonald's used to serve you over the counter every time. But then McDonald's decided or came up with a conclusion worldwide that it may be more efficient to allow customers to order their food through an app, a digital app, where they order the food, select the store, and pick it up. They then implemented these self-ordering kiosks in all their stores. What happened to the McDonald's business? It increased. People would have thought that customers were unhappy about digitization and their volume of business would reduce. It didn't. It increased. It increased 15-fold. Digital technology helped McDonald's improve its business throughout COVID-19 and throughout today's economy. McDonald's is the longest operating fast food chain in the world, more than 30 years. The only reason they've been able to do that, ladies and gentlemen, is because of their ability to take on digitization, digital technology, and constantly reach out to their customers with new innovation, new burgers, and new products. Does everybody understand this? Yes or no? Okay, let's go back to our slides, please. Okay, so as I said, you need to have the 6 levels of digital competition in your structure, in your philosophy, in your company's vision and objectives in order for you to survive. You know, this doesn't only apply for businesses or linear business models. It also applies for business platforms who already have e-commerce ecosystems. Okay, let's go to the next slide, please. Okay, there's 9 digital business model types that I want you to think of. There is a linear business model pipeline. There is a production ecosystem, a consumption ecosystem, a company ecosystem, pipeline plus platforms, platform protocol hybrids, protocol networks, and protocol ecosystems. Now, what does all this mean? This is all computer language about the different types of computer ecosystems that companies can take on in order to run their business. So you can get platforms, digital platforms, to manage and have a dashboard showing you your production process. You can have ERP systems that are able to show you your full business model, all the figures, the projections, and real-time updates. You can get digital systems that will measure consumption or purchases by your customers. For McDonald's, they measure how many people buy Big Macs. If they buy the Big Mac, it would be the same as considered consumption of Big Macs. How many Big Macs are consumed or sold every day, not only in an individual country, but globally. All of these ecosystems come together to form platforms or networks that people and companies based all around the world can access globally. So if we talk about firms are increasingly creating value both in the normal linear model, and they're improving that by introducing digital business models to it. That's what McDonald's has done, and their business has improved. Let's talk about the 5 strategies. These 5 strategies help to rein in the chaos and drive business model innovation. Okay, so for your business to be successful, for your business to move forward, you need to innovate the experience platform. Let's look at Uber. Uber is the world's largest taxi company, and it doesn't own a fleet of vehicles. OpenTable is the world's largest dining service, and it doesn't own a single restaurant. Airbnb has the most lodging rooms and doesn't own a group of hotels. Facebook is arguably the largest content company in the world, all without producing content. Why? Because all these companies are simply digital platforms that drive a business where people contribute content, people have cars and drive under the Uber banner, getting their bookings through the Uber platform. And the same goes for OpenTable. They are just a platform where people can order from their favorite restaurant and have the food delivered. In the United States now, there is a digital platform. If you are a student, you can key in all your details, your GPA score, everything, and you can apply for scholarships to all the best schools in the US with one application. Now, some wizard came up with this idea that in the US there's like 200 scholarships on offer every year from all the different universities. Why don't I put them all into one platform, come up with one application form that would allow the student to put in all their details and submit it to every scholarship open that year, simply by paying a small subscription fee to this scholarship application platform? That guy is now a multimillionaire. He was innovative. The guy himself was able to get more than 12 scholarships during his time before he graduated through the technology he developed. So there's a point you all need to remember. Customers today want service, but in today's digital world, companies don't have to own the hard assets to provide that service. Providing you have a digital platform that brings together the service provider to the customers who come to your platform. You need to figure out the real value underlying what customers want and explore ways to become marketplace between those that have the assets and those who are willing to pay. And today, to do that, there is no question about it. You need to have a digital-driven business model. Okay, number two, you need to disrupt the business world or your competitors by using data. More data has been created in the past 2 years than in the entire previous history of the human race, ladies and gentlemen. Data has become so much more important today than it ever was before COVID-19. Beyond all data collected by computers and websites, every smartphone includes at least 8 sensors, each producing data around the clock. Autonomous vehicles. Okay, what do I mean by autonomous vehicles? Will soon fill our seats, producing and collecting data as they go. For those of you who don't understand by what I mean by autonomous vehicles, these are vehicles that are driven by machines and artificial intelligence. And these vehicles will soon have the technology to report how many passengers they collect and build a pattern for different consumers' use of those cars. Data is now the new oil in any business. Before, the only thing that kept the business profitable is sales, revenue, and profit. Now, that alone is not enough. Now they need a new oil, which is data, digital information which they can process and use to improve their business without having to wait till the business fails. Now, the new oil, given its power to drive efficiencies in business models, just look at Microsoft, Google, both make Office applications. MS Office, Google Docs, Microsoft charges for the software, while Google monetizes its data through advertising. You can use Google. Google has its own version of Word, Google Word. You can use Google Slides. Google has services which do similar things to Microsoft, and they offer them free of charge to people who use Google. But how does Google get rewarded for that? Google makes their money by companies advertising on the Google platform. And through the money they make, they provide these data collection tools free of charge to people who use the Google platform and Google Chrome. But remember, data is like petrol to a car. Every business today needs data. Okay, next slide, please. Whether you call it big data, little data, or the Internet of Things, data remains data until it meets a business tool. So when you collect the information, you still need computer software to process that data and report to you in a way that you can apply those figures or those statistics to improve your business. All right, how can you actually interpret the data or sort data? Well, there's many programs that do that. There's Microsoft tools that allow you to analyze data and sort data. There is many software packages out there. All right. The third one is change the economics. Change the economics. What do we mean by that? Although business model innovation might seem complex and difficult, my dear students, understanding the different ways to make money helps simplify your business. I want all of you to get pen and paper and write these down because I don't think any of you knew this. One, selling products as individual units. Selling products as bundles like grooming kits or PC that comes with hard drive, mouse pad, printer, scanner, selling the package. Next one, service solutions, providing support services, training services, or any services which can actually be of added value to a consumer that they want and prepared to pay for. Time, charged by the minute or hour or day or month. Access, let people pay a lower price for partial access, a higher price for full access. Like when you go to a concert, the better the seat, the closer to the front of the stadium, the more money you pay. Subscription model, where that customer have to subscribe for 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, and pay you a subscription fee to get access to your products or services. Membership, under license, and platform, where people have to join your platform, which is a study platform or a marketing platform, pay you a fee every month and be able to use your platform to help their business. I want all of you to remember these. You must memorize them if you really want to be successful today. Each and every one of these elements can and should be part of your business. If you run a food business, they can be part of the business. If you run a manufacturing business, could we put off the slides for a few minutes, please? If we run a food business, these can be part of the food business subscription model. There's companies now in Europe where you pay a subscription either weekly, fortnightly, or monthly, and they deliver meals to you during that period. You can have breakfast delivered, you can have 2 meals a day delivered, or you can have 3 meals a day delivered. You can even tell them what sort of meals you want. You can choose high price, medium price, or low price. And this works on a subscription model. There is also a subscription model now for laundry. In some parts of the world, you can pay a dry cleaning service that comes to your house 3 times a week, collects the bag that you leave at your door. They do all your laundry and dry cleaning. They return it within 48 hours, all part of your monthly subscription fee. They do not charge you by the item. So if you pay 30 Singapore dollars a month and you send 10 business shirts, 15 t-shirts, 5 pairs of jeans, 30 pairs of socks, 10 pairs of underwear in this laundry bag, and you only pay $30 a month, you're getting your money's worth because all your stuff comes clean, pressed, ironed, folded. All you have to do is put it back in your wardrobe and wear it. You don't have to spend money on water, soap, or electricity. So all these subscription models are vehicles to profitability. Do you understand that, everyone? Yes or no? Come on, I want to see hands. Does everybody understand? Yes or no? I want to see yellow hands everywhere, even the people who are working. Let me see your yellow hands. Show me that you're listening. Now, please. Hands. Thank you. All right. So we all understand what I just said. Subscription model, membership model, bundle model. Let's talk about bundle. Every time you go to McDonald's, you're buying the bundle model. Every time you go to KFC, Pizza Hut, you're buying the bundle model. Jollibee. What is a bundle model? You buy a meal. It comes with burger, drink, French fries, and sundae, or burger, French fries, and drink. They are bundles. They are meals. They are bundled together. That's what we call bundle selling. That's how McDonald's has sold more food because it's cheaper to buy a meal than to buy each item a la carte. Does everybody understand this? Yes or no? Come on, hands up. Very good. Excellent. I'm sure Anu knows when she orders KFC for her son, she doesn't order just 4 pieces of chicken. She orders the meal, probably 6 pieces of chicken, French fries, Pepsi, and everything else. Am I right, Anu? All right, because that's what makes it affordable for her. Otherwise, if her son, like my daughter, says, Mummy, I want 3 pieces of fried chicken every night, poor Anu, by the end of the week, a portion of her salary's gone because she's paying a la carte. A la carte KFC around the world, on average, charge about $4 for 1 piece of chicken, convert it into local currency. If you buy it as a meal, the price drops. The chicken's only worth about $2.50 a piece. Why do KFC do that? Because they don't want you to buy a la carte. They want you to buy bundles. They want you to buy packages where they make more money. They might make a lower profit, but they bring in more cash and they reach to more people. They're eating away the business from their competitors. Because if KFC's bundles are better, people won't go to Texas Chicken or Jollibee. But don't let that fool you, because wherever Jollibee operates, Jollibee has an upper hand over KFC. Jollibee have taken the market. Sophia, you need to keep your camera on unless you're at work. That is the rule. Thank you. Okay, so you need to understand that Jollibee has been very powerful. Wherever Jollibee goes, in any market that Jollibee enters, they have actually caused major issues for McDonald's and KFC, who also sell fried chicken. Jollibee has actually taken customers away from both those fast food providers. Why has Jollibee been so powerful? Because of its digital media, digitization, also because of its social media presence, and also because of the quality of its food. Does everybody understand this? Yes or no? Thank you. Let's go back to our PowerPoint presentation, please, ma'am. Okay, all right. So let's go to the next slide. Let's look at this. Material, products or services, price per unit, by weight or amount. So iron ore is sold by weight, tons. Okay, toothbrushes are sold by pieces. Liters of gas are sold by liter. Product bundles, grooming travel kits, tool kits, printers with ink and paper. If you go to a hairdressing salon today, they sell you a bundle. How about you get hairdo, shampoo, manicure, and pedicure for a fixed price? It's bundling. Okay, product service solutions. Price for products and a supporting service. For example, buy the software, we provide you training. Buy the computer, we provide you support. Buy a subscription to our platform, which could be any computer. It could be accounting software, customer relationship management software. It could be any professional software, and they offer you consulting or training. They tell you what the software can do for you, how they can do it, and they can help you with any problems you have and solve them. And then we have what we call service delivery time. This is a price per specific time period of value delivery per minute on a and you spend 5 minutes on the phone, 1 minute for them to greet you. So they call it the 6 minute increment. Their charges go up every 6 minutes per hour, per day, per month, or per year. Okay, let's look at the next slide. Access. Price based on access to events, concerts, admission to the movies, membership subscription to a gym, licenses, license to drive, license to own and operate a TV in some countries, license to use a particular software for 1 year or 2 years, platforms, for example, OpenTable, Etsy, Apple Shop. These are platforms where you go and buy from an online marketplace. All right, let's look at the 5 strategies that help rein in chaos, as we've discussed. These competitive differentiation models can often be obtained by changing how you charge for your product or service, making it unique compared to the bulk of the competition. You don't have to change your product or service. You just have to change the way you sell it. Bundle it up, sell it on a subscription model, ask them to become members, and when they become members, afford them a discount to encourage them to become members. Show them that the membership fee is only $10 a year, and every time you buy a product, you save 10%. You buy 10 products, you got your $10 back. Something to that example. Okay, hypothetically. Number 4, create network effects. Let's talk about Metcalfe's law, which states that the value of a network is proportional to the square of the number of connected users of the system. Metcalfe's law relates to computer servers and collection of data. Okay, so the more users you get attracted to your network or to your digital platform, the more value is added to the network itself, and of course, you generate more revenue. There are many types of networks, each with virtually endless business model opportunities. And if you don't know of any networks, you don't have to think far. Look at Uber. Look at the cleaning companies who you can book to come to your house and clean your house by booking them online. Okay, let's look at 5 strategies here. Let's go. You have to have developer networks. You have to have users and applications. Developers build out the platform, which increases the appeal for your customers using Android, iOS, or whatever software they need to actually tap on all customers. You have to have user-generated content in the app or in the digitization of your business. It has to involve users where users can load to it, upload to it, use it on a regular basis. It has to have user-generated content like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. That's where the content is uploaded by the users. Marketplace. It has to have e-commerce and be able to serve as a marketplace. Example, eBay, Uber, Airbnb, all of these are marketplaces. It has to be compatible. You have to be able to use it with PayPal. It has to work with Adobe PDF, Skype. It has to be able to link with many other software packages to make it beneficial for the end consumer. It has to have data information gathered. And the data information gathered by your business could be gathered from primary sources or secondary sources. Primary sources is by transactions done through your business and through your customer relationship management base, where you collect your customers' data and feedback, or by going externally and collecting data about customers that are buying similar products from your competitors or in your industry. Okay, so which information is more reliable? Of course, your own primary data collected from your own data will be more accurate, but that alone doesn't give you a true picture. Sometimes secondary data from an external party can help confirm the numbers you have. Let's look at business models for startups and new ventures to drive. We have developer, somebody use the code developers build on the platform, which attracts more users, growing the appeals to developers to develop and create more games, which will be available to gamers to buy. User-generated content. Users use the content contributed by other users, which attracts users, which grows the appeal to other contributors, and who eventually attract more users. Look at YouTube, Wikipedia, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and TripAdvisor. Marketplace. Buyer finds sellers, which attracts more of each, growing the appeal to each. Apple Store, eBay, Airbnb, Uber, Alibaba.com, Upwork. Next one, compatibility. Compatibility makes interaction easier. Compatibility interaction interaction better. It makes interaction faster. Attracting more who interact, making the compatibility more beneficial. PayPal, Skype, Microsoft Office, Visa, MasterCard through an e-commerce platform. Okay? Dolby Sound, so they can hear and get clear sound from your app or from the digital services you offer, especially if you're selling music. Data. Data accumulates from other participants, benefiting other participants, which attracts more participants, generating more data. For example, there's sites like Waze or Weather Underground. These are simply providing data. Okay? And what happens is when people see this data, it will attract more people to contribute their data so other people can use it. All right. As a business owner, you need to look for ways. If you sit there procrastinating like traditionally most business owners do when they start making money and get comfortable, you will eventually be out of business. You need to become proactive. You need to put the fire back up your spine. You need to look for ways to bring together a network in your own markets, whether it's buyers and sellers or data from disparate individuals, that with some additional packaging and value add can benefit the whole. So whether you're talking disparate or desperate, same meaning. This means that you're actually looking for new ideas by networking, collecting data from other people. This is really important. If you don't do that, you will eventually suffer a loss of market and you will suffer a downfall in your business income. Number 5, create digital business model mashups. What do I mean by mashups? Okay, you have to have a competitive differentiation, and that means looking outside and applying insight to go beyond what the others are doing in your industry. You have to try to be better than the others, challenge yourself to give the customer a better competitive advantage. Okay, there must be a competitive advantage for the customer to come to you. the organization that benefit most from business model innovation are those like yourselves facing commoditization and stiff competition based on costs or pricing, or finding it hard to raise finance to run your business. Driving new business, ladies and gentlemen, creates alternative ways to generate revenue. The more innovative you are and the more digital driven innovation you bring to a business and integrate into your business, which will help you improve productivity, deliver a better service, and creating new solutions for customers, will mean providing a better customer experience, building a creative and competitive customer edge, and having an ecosystem with partners that proactively shape the future of your business model. Partners could be software partners or computer IT partners who help you with driving your digital business model. Okay, let's go on. In today's world, there is widespread acknowledgement of the presence and validity of modern technologies and software solutions. Today, we keep hearing about the term artificial intelligence. AI is now a household term. It is a word used in just about every home and every household, with most individuals having a basic understanding of its meaning. But believe me or not, artificial intelligence is the way of the future. A persistent area of ambiguity, even among some of chief executive officers, pertains to the concept of digital business. A lot of old-fashioned CEOs or general managers or business owners are still afraid of digitization and digital business because they're afraid. They don't understand the positive impact and benefits of comprehensive digital transformation. Today, more than ever, our economy is driven by technology advancement. Customers have become smarter, and they have smarter and more complicated behavior patterns. All of these require you to have a digital business model in order for anyone to be able to continue their business in a profit-making direction and be able to leave their footprint in the market, retain and grow their customer base. Okay, what are digital business models? Well, they're very simple. Digital business models revolve around delivering added value to one or more customers through strategic use of digital technologies. Okay, digital transformation. Digital business models help infrastructure shift and make the business more efficient, more productive, and more service orientated to the customer in the market in which they operate. Customer centricity. Well, digital transformation or digital solutions will enable the business to collect data about its customers and become a lot more customer centric because it has real-time data about its customers. So they will be able to target customers based on this customer centric data. Okay, does everybody understand what I mean by customer centric data? Okay, can we put off the slides for a few minutes, please? Okay, so customer-centric data is data that understands the customer or has been collected from customers. Okay, so remember, being customer-centric is you putting yourself inside the customer's shoes. Does everybody understand this? Yes or no? Eugenia, do you understand? Yes, Eugenia? Good. Okay. You see, if Eugenia had a robot, the robot could do her hair while she listens to me. But Eugenia doesn't have a robot yet. Right, Eugenia? Maybe in the future once you're a millionaire. All right, mate? You can have this little robot walking around, can do your manicure, your pedicure, can do the dishes, can do everything for you. They can even do the laundry for you. You know that, right, Eugenia? You can buy a washing machine now, Eugenia. Put the washing machine in your house, connect the washing machine to your phone, all right? At night before you go to sleep, you load all the dirty washing, you put the soap, everything in it, and you cover it. Next day you go to work. Around lunchtime, you switch on the washing machine. It will do all the washing. It will spin dry the washing. And then when you come home, what do you have to do? Open the washing machine and hang it. But then if you had a robot in a domestic helper, the robot would open the machine and hang it for you, right? So I know you can't afford a robot now, but at least you can think of buying an intelligent um, washing machine next time you go to buy a washing machine or a fridge. Does anybody have an artificially intelligent fridge? Yes or no? No? Guys, you don't know where you're living. Today, you can buy a fridge. And what you do is every time Anu puts something in the fridge, she scans the barcode into the fridge. So if her son buys 10 cans of Ribena because he doesn't drink fizzy drinks, he will scan the Ribena into the fridge. Now listen what happens. Every time her son takes one Ribena out of the fridge, he doesn't have to go and say, Mummy, I need more Ribena. I drank the last box. What happens? Her phone will automatically flash and it will send a message, Ribena, zero stock. And it will keep flashing red until she either deletes that item from the fridge inventory or she restocks it. Is that going to make her son happy? Put your hand up. Yes? Am I right, Anu? Would that make your son happy? Yeah? Good, excellent. I do it for my daughter for chocolate. We have an artificially intelligent fridge, but me and my wife can't be bothered programming it. We only have one item program. That's my daughter's favorite chocolate, and she only likes one chocolate, Mars bars. So every week there must be one chocolate bar a day in the fridge. So we only put 7 in the fridge every week. I used to put 12, and she used to finish 12, and it's no good for her teeth. So now the fridge sends a message to Daddy's phone saying Mars bar count 4. And I know there's 3 more days in the week. She hasn't had 2. All right. So artificial intelligence can help you in many ways. Do we understand that? Yes or no? Yes or no? You know, I heard a few weeks ago from a kid I think he was from China or somewhere, and he told me that he's coming up with a new innovation. I said, what is it? He said, I'm going to develop a toothbrush. So every time your son and daughter use it, mummy or daddy will get a message on their phone how many times your kids brush their teeth up and down. Okay. I said, but who wants it? He said, well, if your son and daughter always go to the dentist and you're spending $1,000 every 6 months on the dentist, you want to monitor how often they brush their teeth. Are you right? I said, yes, but how much is this toothbrush going to cost? He said, I don't know. I said, go back to the drawing board because coming up with a digital or artificially intelligent piece of equipment or software or anything, you must be able to measure whether it's going to be cost beneficial, right? Yes or no? If it's going to cost you $1,000 for one toothbrush, do you think I can afford that for my daughter? No way. I'd rather buy a Rolex watch. Why would I buy her a toothbrush for $1,000? Anu, would you buy your son a toothbrush for $1,000? You'd rather tell him to go and brush his teeth every day, right? Okay, good, excellent, very good. Okay, we're on the right track. So let's take artificial intelligence and let's take what artificial intelligence can do for us. You know that now, as an academic, I have to write PowerPoint, right? I have to write PowerPoint for your lessons. Now, if I wanted to be lazy, you know what I could do, don't you? I could put the lesson outline into software, GPT software, and say, graduate students 21 to 45 or 21 to 50, give me 50 slides. And the GPT will produce those PowerPoints based on my academic outline. But can I trust artificial intelligence to teach you guys? No, because they don't give enough information, they don't have enough diagrams, and artificial intelligence will have a bot teach you. Do you want a bot? You don't want a bot, right? You prefer me or a bot? How many people want me? Come on, put your hands up. Only one student wants Wally. Come on, guys. How many students want Wally? Put your hands up. Let me see them. Come on. Only 5 students. I'm going to cry. Okay, guys. You all want Wally, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? Very good. Thank you. I believe you. All right. I believe you. I believe you. Thank you. I humbly believe you. Thank you. All right. So artificial intelligence is good in some areas, but artificial intelligence can't take over everything. We should only use it where it's productive and suitable. Hi, Don Solo. How are you? You don't need to switch off your camera, Don Solo, unless you're at work. If you're not at work, switch it on. If you're at work, switch it off. Okay, all right. Don Solo was in my class. It finished at 1 a.m. this morning. This is a student who is serious. He is here today and he only finished his class at 1 a.m. I think there's 5 of them here today. 6 of you are here. I commend you. That is what I call students. God bless you all. Keep it up, guys, because you're working towards a better future. No problems. Thank you, Mr. Don Solo. Okay? This is what I call dedication. They study to 1 a.m. in the morning. They go to sleep. They wake up the next day. They go to work, and they're still here for BizTalk. Do you understand what I mean, dedication? Yes or no? Does everybody understand? I want everybody to repeat after me now. I believe in myself. Everyone, come on. Come on, I want to see your lips move. Everyone. Come on, Miss Anu. Everyone. I believe in myself. Hello, Rosalind. Are you there? Rosverlin? I need to see you say it. Turn around and say it. I believe in myself. Good girl. Excellent. Thank you, guys. All right, guys. Thank you very much, Rochelle. So does everybody understand my explanation about artificial intelligence, AI? Yes or no? You do? Good. Excellent. I'm getting all these smiles here. All right. Okay, very good. Okay, what about you, Miss Garcia? Do you understand what I've said, Miss Garcia? Okay, what about Gracia? Hi, do you understand, Gracia? Nice to see you today, Gracia. Welcome to the session. Okay. All right. What about you, Jenna Rose? Are you there, Jenna Rose? Are you understanding what I've explained? Okay, Mr. Billodin. How are you, Mr. Billodin? Thank you, sir. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Artificial intelligence? You know, maybe one day artificial intelligence could help young guys find girlfriends. Do you think that'll work? You think that'll work? No? Okay, hold on. We've got an opinion on this. Jane Valdez, open your microphone. Tell me, why won't it work? Why do you think it won't work? Come on, Jane, open your microphone. Why do
It
you
will
think
not work.
artificial intelligence can't find girlfriends? Tell me.
No, sir, it will not work because
Why? Give me one
human
reason.
uh, AI are they are not human. They have no feelings.
I do agree with that, Jane, but I hate to contradict you. Let me tell you, artificial intelligence today is taught how to read human emotions. It's taught to measure emotions in the voice. But let me answer your question, and I agree with you. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So artificial intelligence can never be able to satisfy one man's understanding of beauty and perception, right? So that is
Yes,
an
sir.
area why artificial intelligence might fail. But let me tell you, Jane, I know that there is developers, young developers, like, you know, Almon's age, that have made it their full-time job to develop software to help people find a wife, a husband, a boyfriend, and a girlfriend. And this software allows you to put in dimensions. They have to be this height, this weight.
Mm.
Their waist has to be this measurement. They have to wear a certain color clothes. They have to have
Mhm.
these emotional attributes. They have to have a job with an income of this much. Now, you ask me, Jane, will it work? I don't think so. Because
Yes.
before it can work, it has to have data about people in it. Are people
Mm.
prepared to share that data today with the age
No.
of privacy? No. So you are
No.
right, Jane. You are right.
Yes.
Very good answer,
Okay.
young lady. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Does everybody understand what I said? Maribel, do you agree with me, Maribel, or do you think it would work? You agree with me? You agree with me. Okay, all right. What about you, Almon? Do you think it would work for you? Almon, open your microphone, Almon. I'd like to hear your voice. Do you think artificial intelligence could find you a girlfriend, Almon? Yes or no, Almon? Open your voice. Let me hear you. Yes or no?
Hey everyone, sir as well. No, definitely no.
All right. Okay. Okay. I accept that. All right. Me and Anu thought you were saying yes. So I was going to give you the name of the guy writing the AI software. All right. Very good. Excellent. I totally agree with you, Elmon. Thank you very much, sir. All right, guys. So we all agree on that. So forgive me for coming out with this, but the idea of me trying to make it enjoyable for you is so you learn from it. Do you understand that, guys? Yes or no? Okay, great. Let's share slides again, please. Let's move on. Okay, everybody's listening. So, okay, we need to have agility and innovation. We need to keep coming up with agile, fast ideas and to innovate our products or services. We need to have global reach. Just selling to one market in one country or one area is not global reach. The larger your market reach, the larger your market demographics are, the more businesses you can generate, more business you can generate. And remember, with a digital platform, you don't need to have brick and mortar stores. So you have access to everybody on the World Wide Web, providing you're able to reach them, whether it's through a website, whether it's through social media, or through an e-commerce platform like Shopee, Lazada, or Amazon. You need to have data as your tool to analyze the data and be able to be agile and innovate your products and services all the time. You need to have data which will tell you which parts of the world your customers are coming from so you can improve your marketing in those parts of the world. Okay, let's go on. Okay, the importance of digital business models is critical because, ladies and gentlemen, consumers now expect seamless digital experiences. They expect businesses to prioritize customer-centric approaches. The only way you can do that, ladies and gentlemen, and do it effectively is by collecting data through customer relationship management software or through artificial intelligence. You need to collect data. And data can be anything, data from sales, data from customer feedback, data from IP addresses behind your website. You need to collect data. You can collect IP addresses and know which part of the world your customers are coming from. You can even track it down to what time the IP address visits your site or business every day. These are all digital data that you can get through a digital data business model. And these are really important today if you want to grow your business. Okay, we go on to say that to better understand the impact of digital data or digital business models, it's really important to look at each of what we've said independently in respect to your business. If you're unsure of which of these models can help your business, don't be shy. You all have my email and WhatsApp. Message me, Mr. Wally. I have a tire business. I change people's tires. How can I take that into a digital business model? I'll help you. I'll tell you. Okay, next slide. Characteristics of digital business models. They are very straightforward. Digital transformation, where digital business models signify fundamental shift in using digital platforms to drive the business. Digital value generation, where businesses collect data through a digital business model and digital business software, and being able to focus on customer centricity. Remember, the first advantage of a digital business model is to collect data and act on it immediately to make sure that you remain customer centric. By using data-driven insights, organizations can constantly understand what their customers' wants, needs, behavior pattern is, and how much the customer has to spend based on their spending patterns. By being able to maintain a level of customer-centric service through a digital business or digital data collection platform in a digital business model, you will strengthen your market segment. You will see a higher number of customers that come back. You will have a deeper understanding of the psychology of your customer and their buying patterns and spending behaviors, and you will build long-term loyalty. Okay, the other thing is digital transformation, agility, being able to act faster and to come up with more innovative products and services. Okay, characteristics of digital business models. Very quickly, it gives you global reach. It allows you to maximize revenue diversification by accessing more markets, by having quicker input into customer feedback and buying patterns, by actually being able to earn business through different models, bundling, membership, all of those models we spoke to. Okay. Can you change slides, please, Anu? Thank you, Anu. So revenue diversification, as I said, ecosystem orientation and efficiency. Ecosystem orientation is whereby your digital business becomes a digital ecosystem where you can just add and improve on it. And you can actually, the results can be seen live. You don't have to wait for the builder to come and build a new office and call it customer service, because all your customer service agents are bots online through a ecosystem, a customer service ecosystem. All right, user experience focus, again, disruption, focusing on what the user wants, user experience, and that means being able to have access to the data which you can use intuitively to make your business more user friendly, and provide them digital apps or social media apps or buying platforms which are easy to use so they buy from you. Scalability and sustainability are self-explanatory and they're critical. All right. A business model serves as a comprehensive framework that delineates the fundamental operations and sustainability strategies of a business. What do I mean by that? A business model today, guys, serves as a framework on how you can generate revenue to be profitable. It delineates the fundamental operation and sustainability strategy. What do we mean by delineates? It means it lists, it goes down with all the requirements of the operations and how the operation can be sustainable. In contrast, a digital business model represents specialized sets within the business and framework, and each set, customer service, sales, production, marketing, have a separate digital ecosystem that harnesses recording the results and serving its purpose to your customers. All right. I'll leave you to read through these. Again, digital customer engagement, innovative revenue streams, efficient cost structures, data-driven business decision-making, agility and adaptability. These are also the advantages of having a digital business model over a traditional business model. Okay, let's go on. Okay, I'll leave you to read these. These are just about platforms that have been listed that you can read about. Okay, let's go to the slide that says strategic steps to transition, please. Anu, strategic steps to transition. Next one, next one. Okay, that's it. Thank you. So the strategic steps to transition into a platform business model is transitioning to a platform business model requires systematic and strategic approaches. What are these? Well, you have to map out the business. Begin by listing and mapping all the networks that the business is connected to. This will paint a picture. If you're not connected to any networks, it means you have no e-commerce platform. It means you're not connected to any consumers through social media or anything. Then you need to start from scratch. Evaluate each potential network. Evaluate whether this network does have a return. How big is the value in this network? Can it return value if you capture this network? Okay, you need to look at the effects of this. Okay, how will this network allow you to synergize your business? What will it do to giving you a more competitive advantage? And how will it eliminate threats by new industry entries or market substitutes to your product? Okay, you need to understand the difference of primary networks, and you need to understand why building a layer of primary networks is first more important. You need to develop strategies to achieve critical scales and scope while reinforcing network and learning effects over time. Okay, you can even bridge opportunities through networks. This involves creating indirect networks, network effects by bridging previously separated networks and leveraging shared customers. So if you had a customer network before and you creating a new one, you can connect them together. All right, you can identify and address value capture challenges. And this is immediately relevant once you go to a digital business platform. You need to identify and address value capture challenges. You need to set yourself challenges that you want to achieve by going to a digital platform. You need to understand how these strategies are going to add value and mitigate the challenges that your business is facing today without compromising your customer's value proposition. So you don't want to have to increase the price of your product or service, because therefore you would damage the value proposition you're offering your customers currently. All right, let's keep going. All right, let's keep going. Okay, let's go to Horizon 1. Okay, leading organizational change towards a platform, laying the foundation, establishing a platform and data vision, and you need to actually launch the platform on small scale, measure its success before you roll it out to all your customers. Horizon 2, you chart the course, you develop data platform and analytics model, you establish data management and governance, you scale the data analytics and AI infrastructure, and you then roll it out. Horizon 3, operationalizing data analytics and AI. Sorry, let me just clear this. Horizon 1 was laying the foundation, all right? So success through early use, user testing, all right? Then we go to horizon number two, charting the course. This is going through the process of developing it and implementing it completely, because remember, you did user testing or early success of early use cases, user testing. Okay. And then the final stage is operationalizing the data analytics and AI. So once you've built the digital business, one of your third horizons is to actually operationalize the system, making sure data collection, analytics, and any simple AI function are now implemented and can be used. All right. Also, when you employ a digital data model, you're able to bring in what we call freemium. And remember, freemium is a combination of words, free and premium. Freemium is a type of business model that offers basic features of a product or service to users at no cost and charges a premium for supplemental or advanced features. Companies using a freemium model offer basic services for free, often as a trial or limited version with advanced features available for a premium. How does the freemium model work? It's very simple. Let me give you one simple example. Okay, let's go to buy Microsoft Word online. Download Microsoft Word online. You can either buy Office 365 for student, family, or business. Each of those upgrades is a freemium, right? So you get the basic one at the lowest price, but every time you want to add more Microsoft packages, you want to add, for example, database, or you want to add any of the other functions other than Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. If you want to add anything else out of the Microsoft software range into your package, you would pay extra, and that would become a freemium. Okay. Also, games, freemium games and services can catch users. You know, people are attracted to buy games. When they buy the games, every time they want to load more stars or more energy or buy more weapons, they have to upgrade or pay more freemiums. The pros and cons of the freemiums business. Well, freemium models are popular because they attract many users. Companies benefit from free users by collecting data. However, a downside is that free users might never become paying customers. But again, I don't know that that's a downside, because all the freemium models that I've researched have eventually made money. So if in every 100 freemium users, 25 of them become customers, and you have 25 new customers a day, then it can become effective. But you have to analyze this based on each and every business model separately. So the pros and cons of a freemium business model are: companies can easily acquire potential users and collect their user information data. Companies can make revenue on ads and boost their own business numbers to enhance the application. And for startups, it provides a large amount of brand awareness without requiring a lot of customer support, because the people who join the lowest level and don't get customer support, if they want customer support, they have to pay a freemium, an extra price. Okay, all right. Converting a free user to a paid one is the crux of many business dilemmas, especially when a business longevity is hinging on converting users. There can be additional pressure to upsell their free users and make larger profits on them. Ultimately, for the freemium model to work and move people along to more expensive plans, you as a company must do a mix of the following: limit the features offered to free users as free users increasingly use the product or service, offer increased storage, more flexibility, or time allowed on the app and customizations, offer additional personalized or customer service associated with an account as they start upgrading and paying more. All right. There is some slides here about value co-creation, guys, and fostering collaboration, which I'll let you read. I want to move down now to some of the important diagrams so I can explain them. Let's go on. Here it says, Introduction to Value Co-creation in Value Network Analysis. Number one, before you try to go to a digital business model, you have to define the value of the co-creation. What value is this going to bring to your business? You have to outline what are the paradigms that you're going to create by shifting to this new digital business model. Number three, who will be the key players in this digital business model and set of networks? Number four, how will technology and which technology will play a role? Number five, you need to make sure that this platform will follow a customer-centric approach. You must make sure that it will be able to deliver a mutually beneficial outcome to both the business, the operation, efficiency, productivity, and the customer. You must understand what the challenges and risks are, and you must understand what the global implications are and how you're going to overcome any legal or legislatory requirements when unfolding this digital business platform in different countries in different parts of the world. Okay, let's go on, guys, and talk about now data analytics lifecycle. What are data analytics? Well, data analytics are very important because with data analytics, you're collecting data in order to analyze and improve your business. So data analytics is going to be a fundamental part of your digital business platform. Discovery. Number one, do I have information, enough information to be able to actually analyze the data and come up with anything? You need to look at your current business status. Number two, data prep. Do I have enough good data to start building the model? Number three, do I have a good idea about the type of model to try? Can I refine the analytics plan? Number four, build the model. Is the model robust enough? Have we failed enough for this model to improve what we failed in? Number five, communicate the results and operationalize this system of analytics. Every business should have its own data analytics life cycle. Each business should set its own guidelines as to how often they analyze data on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. Because the more often that you analyze the data, the more agile and the quicker you can respond to save your business from losing money. 4 keys to data analytics are: 1, descriptive analytics is the simplest type of analytics and the foundation that can be built on. Descriptive analytics answers the question, what happened? So you're collecting answers to what happened. Sale was profitable or not profitable. The customer was satisfied or not satisfied. And then we have what we call data visualization. Is a natural fit for communicating descriptive analysis because it charts and graphs. Okay, so descriptive analytics can actually put them into graphs, into charts, and show how many were happy, how many were unhappy, how many were unhappy because of the price, how many were unhappy because of performance. Then we have diagnostic analytics. these address the next logical question: why did this happen? So here we're talking about what happened, descriptive analytics. Diagnostic analytics is why did it happen. And you need diagnostic analytics because you need to get to the root of any problem and fix it before it has an impact on your organization's revenue. 3, predictive analytics. And these are basically analytics of using data that you have. What do I mean by this? This is used to make predictions about future trends or events and answers the question, what might happen in the future? Okay, so for instance, knowing that video game console sales have spiked in October, November, and early December every year for the past decades, and knowing what sort of games, how much people are spending on the games, from which parts of the world, whether they're male or female, all of this can help you predict what sort of games you should produce, how many of these games you should produce, what sort of improvements you should make to these games, and how you should price them in the future. Okay, let's go on. What question does prescriptive analytics answer? It answers, what should we do next? All right, let's talk about artificial intelligence, guys. What is artificial intelligence? Well, artificial intelligence, ladies and gentlemen, is simple words. And I kept this to the end because if I said this at the beginning, some of you would have switched off. First, you need to have a digital business model. Then you need to have data to use to justify you using artificial intelligence. If you only have 1,000 customers, you don't need artificial intelligence. If you have 5,000 customers, you definitely need artificial intelligence. Machine learning, artificial intelligence is able to learn about your business and customers from the data you have. Is the data of 500 customers enough? Probably just to get you started, and the machine will keep learning. Ideally, before you start machine learning, you should have an extensive database of all types of analytics. All right? Descriptive, prescriptive, all the different types of analytics, okay? Diagnostic, all of it. You need to have computer systems designed to initiate and learn, okay? And these are what we call neural networks. You need to have natural language processing, the ability to understand speeches, as well as understand and analyze documents. And you need to have robotics, machines that can assist people without any special functions, okay, or involvement or actual involvement, okay? So if you have machine learning, the machine learns through neural networks. The machine can interpret how these apply and read into what the customer's saying. Then you have what we call natural language processing, the ability to understand speech spoken by customers, and also to have robotics or machines, for example, that can process certain transactions. Basically, this is what we mean by artificial intelligence. This is what artificial intelligence, or this is what we call the backyard that you can establish, called AI. Now, AI is a very expensive tool to establish. So if you're going or thinking of AI, you could start by bringing it in its simple form. and then improving on it as your business becomes more profitable. Now, if you have a particular type of business and you're thinking of AI, you can drop me a WhatsApp message or an email, and I can give you some ideas about what the AI can do in your business and how it should be structured. All right, so remember KPIs. You need to have key performance indicators and track them for all your transformation to a digital business model. For example, one obvious KPI is to measure revenue increases or revenue decreases as a result of your new digital business model. Okay, you should have a KPI dashboard built into your digital business model. So at any time of the day, you can look at the KPI dashboard and see how everything is going. And this can help you to adjust your business and improve the KPI and not have to wait till the end of the month where you find out that your revenue has dropped and profitability has dropped. Okay, I'll let you read through the KPI dashboard and its uses. I just want to remember or remind you of monetization. Monetization is being able to monetize, build the KPI dashboard. Okay, what is data monetization? I'm going to explain this in very simple words. Data monetization, ladies and gentlemen, is a very simple feature. Okay, and what this means is taking a service which is usually free and monetizing it. Could you go to my slide, please, Anu? Let's take Google, for example. Google is free to the world. Everybody can use Google, it's free. The only time Google make money is when they monetize their platform by selling ads or giving people SEO, search engine optimization rights on the Google platform. How do Google make money? They make money from companies wanting to be at the top of the SEO, search engine optimization line, and by advertising. That's how Google monetizes the Google platform. How does Facebook monetize? Well, again, Facebook is trying to monetize by selling additional features for people who use Facebook. And eventually, Facebook and WhatsApp, or WhatsApp is now owned by Facebook anyway, they intend to monetize both. There's been talk about it for years that eventually, even if they charge every Facebook user $1 a year, they monetize it and they can generate hundreds of millions. Have they started doing it yet? No, because again, right now, Facebook monetizes by the advertising it sells on Facebook. All right, so why would they monetize WhatsApp? Again, people are sending messages all around the world. Imagine if everybody paid 1 cent for every message, or even $1 a month for using WhatsApp. People will still use it. It's just a question of when it's going to happen. All right, so does anybody have any questions about what we've mentioned? Sorry, I wanted to go through that last part quickly because I wanted to give you an example of it because I thought that may be more important than reading or going through each part of the slides and describing all the advantages. But what I would suggest you do is make sure you read the complete set of slides so you understand each part. Remember, this is information that you should treasure. You would usually have to pay $1,000 to attend one of my seminars, which would run a whole day, where we go through each of it and we do exercises in the classroom where you work in groups and come up with digital business models. So you're not paying thousands of dollars. You've got to learn from me here at BizTalk. But the important thing for you now is to take it, read it, and try to use some of it. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? And if you don't understand something, I'm always here to help you. You can either WhatsApp me or email me at any time. Does everybody understand this? Yes or no? Okay, Miss Anu, could you share the link to the lesson in your Zoom room, and I'll do it in the other Zoom room. Okay, guys, can everybody go to the chat box now? And I'm going to put in the actual link to today's material. I have shared the link to today's material. Have you done it, Anu? Okay, great. All right, let's take some questions. Does anybody have any questions? I think today's lesson was very intensive. Did you all enjoy today's lesson? Did you find it helpful? Can you put your hands up if you found it helpful? Come on, show me hands. Come on, guys. I want to see yellow hands. I want to see hundreds of them. There should be about 480 hands because that's how many students we have. Hurry up. Hands, hands. Come on. Come on, guys. Hands. Come on, more. Very good. Anu loves to see yellow hands. She gets very excited when she sees hands going up. So do I. Am I right, Anu? I'm not sure where she is. She's here somewhere. Okay. Does everybody understand what I explained today? Yes or no? Great. Excellent. Let's go and talk to some of the people who want to talk to me. Who wants to talk to me? Wave your hand at me. Come on. Okay, come on. Somebody wants to talk to me. Where are we? Let's talk to, where is she? There she is. Bianca. Bianca, do you have a question for me, Bianca? No, Bianca? All right. It's okay. Bianca, why don't you want to ask me a question? Hi, Bianca. How are you today?
Hello, sir. Good day.
Have you learnt anything today, Miss Bianca?
Of course, sir. I did. Hello. Can you hear me? Sorry. It's good.
Did you learn anything? Do you find it interesting?
Yes, of course I do, sir. I learned about digital age today that it's really a fast facing
Okay,
market
great.
that we always needed to adopt if we want to grow in not just in business but also in our um in knowledge
Fantastic. Very good.
because
Very good, Bianca. You are right. And please read the material. And if you need any help in adapting to it, let me know. But as you said, Bianca, it's basically what you've learnt today is the beginning of how you transform to a digital business model. Thank you so much, Bianca. I'll see you at the next Biz Talk, okay? Thank you, Bianca. Okay, anybody else want to talk to Wally? Who have we got? Aldwin. Hi, Aldwin. Go ahead. Hi, Aldwin.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
What have you
Good
learnt
evening.
today, Aldwin?
Yeah, I learned about the artificial intelligence and digital what is one digital you have to make your business in digitally so you have to up or what do you call this one? You have to be in the trend in the market.
Fantastic. And you think that you've learnt something that you can use?
I think so, sir. I guess so.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Well, please try to use it. If you need any help, let me know. I look forward to seeing you
Yes,
at the
sir.
next session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Oh,
sir. Thank
you're
you.
welcome. Who else wants to talk to me? I've got hands everywhere here. Anu, everybody wants to talk to me. Hi, Omnad Beck. How are you? Unmute your microphone, Omnad Beck. Hello. Good
Hello,
afternoon,
sir.
sir. How can I help you?
Good afternoon. Actually, today's lesson was very helpful for me. As you said, we are using subscription models that you teach us today, and we are changing our product monetization model from freemium to subscription model. And for sure, I will use your materials to do this
You're welcome.
also.
And listen, my
Thank
dear
you.
student, if you need help or you need some help from me by giving you additional slides to deliver a particular message, just drop me an email or WhatsApp. I'd be happy to help you add one more slide. All right? It's not a problem. You need
Thank you.
1 or 10, it's no problem. I would like you to be able to use it effectively, and that goes for any of you. So if you need anything added, don't try to add it yourself. I'm happy to do it for you. All right? Thank you, Mr. Omdedbek. I see you
Thank
at
you.
the next Biz Talk.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, sir.
sir.
Very good evening. Okay, who else wants to talk to me? Maribel? Hello, Maribel. Are you going to say hello today? You're going to be quiet and shy. Hello, Maribel. How are you?
Hello, sir.
How was the lesson
Good.
today? Did you learn anything, young lady?
Yes, I learned a lot, sir.
All right. Are you
And
going to
I'm
use?
sure, yeah, I'm sure I will, it will
Okay.
be useful in the future for me,
Fantastic. And if you need
especially
any
for
help or have any
my
questions,
career.
please
And
let me know.
I have a question, sirs, about the AI
Yeah, go
today.
ahead.
What is the good and bad impact for today's AI for this generation? Thank you.
What
The
are the good
impact,
things about
good,
AI for
yes,
today's
good
generation?
and bad, yeah,
Okay.
the
Do you want me to
impact.
answer? Okay, let me ask you a question. You want me to
Thank
give
you.
you the academic answer or the human impact answer?
Uh, it will be good if the academic for me.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
okay.
thank
Well,
you.
okay. Well, let me give you both. The reality is, Maribel, from a human perspective, some people will lose their jobs and will have to upgrade or become more job relevant. But most governments are helping to make that happen. And most people now are doing it on their own. Okay. And a lot of companies now are training their staff on how to become more adaptable when AI kicks in from a human perspective. Let's talk about from a business perspective and academic perspective. Okay, so AI today, lucky for business, is able to handle a lot of tedious things which were previously handled by humans. Customer service, um, order taking, e-commerce processing, collecting resumes, um, managing financial recording or data entry, taking it from finance systems, putting it into other parts of the company and analyzing it and producing reports rather than having the finance director analyze it. So what AI now is built is it's taught the parameters of analyzing those financial reports, and it's able to put together a report for the financial director to edit and submit to his board. Artificial intelligence is taking a big role in business today. Let me give you an example. If you apply for a job to Google, Google gets 25,000 applications from university graduates every year. They don't talk to each graduate face to face. The first line of screening is done by artificial intelligence based on checking their resume for plagiarism and to make sure that their experience matches the job description or the job requirements. So once AI has gone through them, the next thing that happens is for some jobs, AI conducts what's called an online psychometric test. It invites the applicant to join an online meeting and it sends them a questionnaire to measure their emotional intelligence and thinking through artificial intelligence. Once the artificial intelligence has finalized and sent the reports to the recruiter, only then will the recruiter probably call and do a telephone interview. If they pass the telephone interview, they'll go to an online interview with a recruiter face to face. So artificial intelligence is already cutting down on certain processes. Is it good? It is good, and it does save companies money, especially in production and manufacturing. Artificial intelligence has, for example, Amazon, AI drives its warehouses. From the time you pay for your goods through e-commerce, artificial intelligence sends your order to a robot who picks your product, sends it to a packer, a human packer who packs it, who then passes it to another um, conveyor, which is driven by artificial intelligence. And before you wake up the next morning, your package is on a truck or on a plane to your country. Okay. That is all done through AI and robotics. So, yes, AI has benefits to business today. However, it depends on the type of industry, whether you use it for reporting, for HR processing, for customer service, okay, for factory production line management. It has been implemented in a lot of these areas and it's proving very accurate and very successful. And when you think about it, AI brings together creativity, factual analytics, and it follows certain programmed rules on how to do things. So there is no emotions in it. And the other thing that brings in it is it's never sick. It never takes a day off. So it processes information 24 hours a day. Now you might say to me, Wally, but how can you use AI in HR if it doesn't have emotions? Because the AI part is not basing its decisions on emotions. It's basing decisions on what's written in the resume and the answers they give to an online IQ test or EQ test. Okay. So you haven't started talking about emotions. At this point, you're just talking about suitability and EQ, all right, or IQ. The part that talks about emotions will be resolved at an interview with a recruitment officer. So it's not crossing road yet, okay? But does that give you a reasonable idea, Maribel, of how AI is kicking in? Are you there, Maribel? Hi, Maribel. Does that help you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll give you another. You know that AI has already played a role in flight management systems, aircraft avionics. The autopilot is a program machine that flies the aircraft, and they'd be using machine language and machine processes to actually teach the autopilot how to fly the plane. Every time an aircraft takes off, its autopilot is recording and learning from the previous flight. So what the autopilot does is when it reaches a certain turbulence, it actually is able to assimilate what happened the last time an aircraft flew through this region and faced the same. What adjustments did they make to the flight panel? All right. So artificial intelligence is already proved successful in aircraft. Okay. So are we seeing it today in medicine? Oh, yeah. And is medicine relying on artificial intelligence? To a certain extent. And the extent is limited because it's not accurate enough. But now they use artificial intelligence to read x-rays. They use artificial intelligence to produce medical reports generated from machines. Okay. MRI machines use artificial intelligence to collate reports. Okay. But the point is these reports are still read and signed by a doctor. But does a doctor actually sit there and type the report? No. Most of the times AI generates it and he simply edits it. Sometimes he has to edit words, but the most of the work these days is generated by AI. All right. Now, will AI ever completely replace a human doctor? I don't think so. Will AI ever replace a HR manager? I don't think so. Will AI ever replace customer service 100%? I don't think so. There will always be a need for both. However, what percentage becomes AI, what percentage remains humans is something that we're still evolving. All right. Does that help you, Maribel?
Yes.
Good on you. Thank you so much. If
Thank
there's
you
any
so
other
much.
questions, message me. All right, mate. Don't be shy. Okay. Anybody else want to talk to Wally? Come on, say hello. Yes, Elmon. What do you want to say, Mr. Elmon? Hi,
Hello,
Elmon.
sir. Yeah,
Yeah.
what's up?
Tell me, what are your questions, sir?
Okay, it's going to be a bit weird one because you literally told us that the world is changing by AI. Obviously, it's already
Yes.
is. It's already
Yes.
is. Right now, AI is losing $14 billion based on trajectory itself. Okay, so between winning and losing, I'm very confused. Is AI winning or is AI losing
All right. So
currently?
hold on. Let's go back. What was the financial trajectory you just described? Can you say that again?
According to some news from mostly digital guys I
Yeah.
saw on YouTube, they said
Yeah.
that $14 billion by OpenAI, they're burning money,
Okay.
basically.
Well, okay. First, I'd like to ask, what are his credentials? Is he work for an AI company or is he anti-AI because he's trying to put the fear into humans? Okay. Or he's trying to say don't worry about fearing AI because it's losing money. He's trying to deflate human fear. Let me tell you, our AI companies that are developing AI, up to a certain point of time, were bleeding. Okay, they were bleeding. Some of the biggest AI names in the world, and there's like 4 or 5 of them now. There was 2, and recently there's 3 or 4 other big players that have come into it. They were losing money because the way they drive AI research is by either government grants. If you're in the US, Singapore, or some of the big countries where there is grants for people that are doing AI development and research, or through private funding where there's a mother company investing in it. Okay, Microsoft has developed an AI research and development part. Many of the big multinationals have already started. But is it true that they're losing? Yeah, in some parts of the world, the research and development is losing money, okay? And especially in military innovation and AI, there's millions being spent on developing AI for military purposes, and money has been lost. Is it a long-term loss? For me, from a business perspective, I think no. I think in the next 5 to 10 years, there's going to be a rapid growth in AI revenue, and those companies are going to get their money back not only once, but tenfold. That's my prediction. I think it'll be 10 to 20 time fold. I'd hate to predict higher because I may be being irrational. But I definitely think over the next 5 or 10 years, as AI gets a lot more intelligent, as it is happening right now, it's becoming a lot more complex and a lot more intelligent. The value of AI is growing. Many more companies are buying it, and that loss of money, or that bleeding, has now reduced. So I would suggest in the next 5 to 10 years, the people that lost money will get it back tenfold. And I don't have any doubts in that. But you see, Elmon, AI is very subjective at the moment. You should know that. There is many people that support AI. There is some people out there that hate it because they know that they may be jobless. All right. They know that. So unfortunately, whether they like it or not, AI is going to happen. It's going to happen. Whether you like it, I like it, it's going to happen. And before I die and you die, probably a lot of the things that we do now will stop doing because AI will do them. So it's like anything, Elmon, there's always going to be people that are negative towards it. They're going to try to say that there's bleeding losses. But, I do ask, where did he get these figures from? Because a lot of AI developers will not tell you what they're bleeding because a lot of their funding is government funding, all right? They will not tell you. So I would suggest that these figures are either assumptions or based on what he's read about companies that are developing their own AI and have lost money in the development process. And that could be because of the lack of AI expertise. They don't have an AI expert on board, or the person that's developing it, unfortunately, is not the right person developing it. All right. Can I suggest that AI is not something that anybody can develop, Elmon? There's people out there that have studied and got PhDs in artificial intelligence concepts. And there's some very big names out there right now. There's one guy in the US that the US government is paying. I heard they gave him about $300 million just for research recently. Okay. He's gone from a one-man operation to a company with 200 people working for him. Okay. So AI is coming, whether we like it or not. Okay. And yes, there may be some parts that bleed at the start, but I promise you, I have a strong prediction that over the next 5 to 10 years, they will get their money back tenfold, providing they're still in existence. Does that help you, Elmon?
Yes, definitely. Most definitely,
You're
sir.
welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, Roel. Hi, Roel Alcazar. How are you? How can I help you, Roel? Go ahead, Roel. I'm sorry, Mary Rose. Regarding the Korean class, please contact your education consultant. they can give you the dates of the next Korean class, or you can drop me a WhatsApp message during working hours, Mary Rose, Monday to Friday, and I'll have somebody contact you, ma'am. All right. I'm sorry, I don't have the schedule here with me, Mary Rose, but I'm sure I can get someone to advise you of the next Korean class schedule. Thank you, Mary Rose. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Who was I going to talk to? Alcazar, you there? No, Alcazar's gone. Aldwin Bardolia. Mr. Aldwin Bardola, would you like to talk to me, Aldwin? Go ahead. Hi, mate. Do you have any questions? Are you there, Aldwin Bardola?
Yes, sir. I just have. Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What? Have a question.
We know the fact that yes, sir. We know the fact that when COVID-19 emerged, that is when the time AI also emerged. So,
Absolutely.
my question is, sir, yes, sir. My question, sir, is, do you think that it is planned by human that AI should emerge, and the COVID, they planned that one so that AI will evolve in the human race, like that, sir?
Well, okay, let me answer that question.
You get
AI came to prominence during COVID-19, but was that when it first evolved? No. AI research has been going on probably 10 years before COVID-19, but it was unheard because no one spoke about it. All right. About 3 years before COVID-19, there was more talk. But when COVID-19 came, AI developers found the right opportunity to start using it in practice. And AI proved its ability to resolve corporate issues or help companies during COVID. With all due respect, that Amazon would never have increased its revenue 25-fold if it wasn't for AI. AI is what helped Amazon be able to process 25 times the number of orders on a given day through AI. Now, can I ask, if it wasn't for AI, would Amazon have been that successful? No, because they would never have been able to deliver the products they sold or sell them. Now, was Amazon wrong in looking to AI months before? No, because Amazon's founder created e-commerce platform to be one of the smartest and completely AI-driven platforms ever opened in the world. He had actually envisioned in his business continuity plan that all his 20 warehouses around the world would be driven by AI and robotic intelligence. And he did that. And that's what made Amazon successful during COVID, because they were able to continue operating based on AI. Because, in Singapore, there was a lockdown. People couldn't go to work. The warehouses were operated only by AI, and I think 1 or 2 people at the control board in the office. Now, can you imagine if there was no AI? Amazon Singapore was packing a count on estimate, and I don't have correct figures, of about 75,000 packages a day. 75,000 parcels a day. You know how many humans you need to do that, Aldwin? Okay. Now, they replaced those by robots. I think they had 40 or 35 or 40 robots in one warehouse working. All right. So, yes, COVID proved to the world that AI can be an alternative. And I hate to say, it has become an alternative. Factories in Japan, car makers in Japan, aircraft builders, medical equipment builders, people are putting it in because they find it more efficient, more productive, more accurate. It doesn't need sick leave. It doesn't need mechanical repairs, oils, or greasing. It works 24 hours a day, even when you go home. The only thing that can stop it is if your processes stop functioning because of a power failure and you don't have a generator. But most companies that have spent millions on AI have power generators, so that will never be the case. And yes, there is going to be human repercussions, Aldwin. I know that Amazon fired 800 people after COVID because they found that they don't need them anymore. Because during COVID, AI resolved that problem, so they don't need those people anymore. But yes, COVID did kick AI to the front, and yes, AI is here to stay, mate. It is here to stay, Aldwin. I hate to say that. And Aldwin, I know, I have colleagues, lecturers and professors that say to me, in 10 years, do they still need us? I said, hell yeah, because AI will never be able to teach humans. AI might support you in developing material, but the human element will always be there. Now, the only part that AI might take over is marking exams or running exams instead of human invigilators. But right now, many governments around the world won't allow that, because governments in different countries tell universities about the standard of examination and how examinations could be conducted. I can tell you for a fact, Singapore will never allow its universities to have robots or robot proctors go around an exam room. And they will never allow AI to generate and mark the exams without human intervention, because, you're giving somebody a doctorate's degree or a master's degree. Okay, now AI can help generate the paper based on the professor's guidelines, and he would edit it. AI may generate a first reading and a result, but that will always be conferred by a human being. And the same goes for hospitals. Do you know what an MRI is? Does everybody know what an MRI is? Yes or no? Well, an MRI is a very expensive machine. The latest version of MRI machine developed depends on where it's built, in Singapore, in Japan, or in the US, where the leading makers are, can cost anywhere from $1 million up to $4 or $5 million. Okay, and these machines are the most intelligent medical science has ever built, and they are built based on artificial intelligence that has been collected from millions of patients that have done MRIs over the years. Now, can you tell me, can a human doctor remember the results of over 1 million MRIs? No. Can he assimilate this patient's outcome or measurements or vitals to 1 million other patients with similar vitals and give an accurate diagnosis based on a pattern? No, he will never be able to do it. So is AI serving a purpose? Yes, hell yes. I tell you what, if I ever got admitted to a hospital and I was in a life-threatening condition, I would hope to God that my MRI is read by artificial intelligence to make goddamn sure that the human doctor didn't forget anything he learned 15 years ago. It's true. If that doctor hasn't done any research in the last 6 months, he might not know about the trends in cardiology, and AI may have reported from previous patients. So I hope to God that AI is involved in my treatment. Okay, and I don't know if all of you agree with this. Do all of you agree with this? Put your hands up. Who agrees with me? Do you agree with me, Aldwin? Are you there, Aldwin? Talk to me, Aldwin. Don't start giving me AI electronic hands. I want to hear your voice, Aldwin. I haven't switched to AI yet. I'm still live, Aldwin. Aldwin's using AI to me now. Talk to me, Aldwin. Do you agree with me? Okay, why have we blocked his microphone? Talk to me, Aldwin. Do you agree
Yes,
with
sir.
me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Surely,
Okay.
sir. I agree.
I think
Yes,
I
sir.
think you already switched to AI. You're just giving me the electronic hand. Talk to me, Aldwin. Okay, thank you, Aldwin. Have you enjoyed today's session, Aldwin?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Absolutely, sir.
Thank you so much. All right, let me talk to 2 more people. I've got 2 or 3 more people who are my regulars. I have to talk to them. Yeah, go ahead, Murphy. Are you there, Murphy? Hi, Murphy. Okay, no. Cheryl Osoy. Hi, Cheryl. Nice to see you, gorgeous. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you. My question is, sir, as a new entry small business owner, what the best strategy to dominating your business or product services in SEO? Because I know to be up been only in platforms, not enough.
What sort of product or service you offering?
Like beauty product, like that. For example, beauty product.
Okay, all right. You asked me a question about SEO, search engine optimization, right? Okay, there is many factors that I have to tell you. What I suggest you do, Cheryl, do you have my WhatsApp? Do you have my WhatsApp number?
Yes, sir.
Send me a WhatsApp. Tell me, Mr. Wally, can you help me and give me guidelines on SEO for a beauty product organization? And within 3 days, I'll send you all the bullet points. Once you've got those, if you still need help, let me know and I'll help you. Okay?
Yes, thank you, sir. It's
Would
fine.
that help you? Yes or no?
Yes, of course.
Make sure you send me a WhatsApp message. You're welcome. It's my job, ma'am. I'm a lecturer. I'm an academic. It's my privilege to serve. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending BizTalk 142. Can everybody give my co-host, my boss today, Miss Anu, a big wave of hands and big clap? Come on, everybody. Clap for Miss Anu, please, on both rooms. Miss Anu, the other screen, everybody's clapping for you as well. Do you want to put your face on the other screen and say thank you? Okay, guys, Miss Anu said thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, from me and my colleague, Miss Anu, thank you for being part of BizTalk 142. I look forward to seeing you all at BizTalk 143. Let me remind you that your future is in your hands. Your success is in your hands. Do not wait for charity. Do not wait for the sky to open and God to send a bucket of gold. It's not going to happen. Do not wait for your government to say you need help. They're not going to do it. Wake up and make yourself successful. Remember, people do not plan to fail. People fail to do the needed to succeed. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Yes or no? I love you all. Remember, I believe in myself, everyone. Okay? Good night, everyone. Thank you. We'll see you at BizTalk 143. Good evening.